Now I get a lot of people asking about my setup, so in today's video I'm going to break it all down, and of course links to all the products are down below. And at the end of the video I'll reveal the total cost. But first I want to say that this video is not a flex. This is 10 to 15 years of saving up for stuff and working extremely hard with multiple jobs. And secondly, your boy's trying to get to 50k subs by the end of the year, so subscribing would be massively appreciated. And one more thing, all figures will be quoted in US dollars because that's where most of you live. So firstly we have the Bullies chair. This is the most comfortable gaming chair I've ever owned. Then we have this wrist rest to stop repetitive strain injuries. I spent 18 hours a day sat at my desk, so it's really needed. Then we have this ADX keyboard, it changes colours and stuff, it's cool. Then we have the Apple Magic trackpad. Being an editor for 10 plus years, I got used to editing in cars, planes, trains and hotels, so I'm just used to using a trackpad. Then we have this TT Artisan wide lens. It gives a really unique perspective, and I actually used it in a recent video. Then of course this brush for brushing stuff that needs to be brushed. Screen wipes for wiping away tears when Take-Two announce a full 25 release window for GTA 6. Then fake plants, because real ones make me sneeze. USB hub, because Apple keep changing what ports they want us to use. Then we have the Mac itself. 8TB of internal storage, 64GB of RAM. It's an absolute workhorse. Then that sat on top of this laptop cooler because the Mac gets very sweaty. Then we have this Samsung widescreen. Fun fact, buying this was the first time I've ever used an external screen in 9 years. Then we have the Sony a7 III. I paid $2,200 for it a few years back. You can probably get one cheaper now. Then we have the Sigma 24-70 f2.8 lens. It's cheaper than the G Master one, and I really can't tell the difference between the two. Then we have a polarizer stacked on top of the lens to remove reflections so you guys can't see my screen when I'm filming. And then we have a black diffusion filter on top which makes all of my lights glow whilst filming. Then we have a 2TB SanDisk SSD for storing stuff. And then of course another USB adapter to expand the ports. Then here we have an M Audio interface. For those that know, I also make music, so this is really useful. And this runs out to these KRK Rocket monitors that have a relatively flat response and are decent entry level monitors. Then we have the Editor's Keys microphone. I've had this for about 10 years now, and to be honest, it requires a little bit of EQ work and compression, but when you get the hang of it, it's brilliant. I'll probably upgrade soon though. And this is hanging from a cheap boom arm. I bought a pack of 3 of these from Amazon. Then I have this little side screen here, which is where I have my gameplay when I'm doing my live streams. Then of course the Swiss Army tool, really useful for adjusting mounts, etc. Then there's this sound activated light, which you guys may have seen in most of my videos. Then we have 3 Sony batteries and a charging dock. And then here we have these really cool LED cables sent to me by Floating Grip. These are really cool and really quite affordable. Then we have this PS4 controller dock from Venom, which of course are now a channel sponsor. You can clip these adapters to the back of the controllers and then it automatically starts charging when you put the controller on the dock. And yes, they do these for PS5 and Xbox too. Then we have the MetaQuest 3 battery pack, which gives you around an extra hour of playtime. Also provided to me by Venom. Do you guys know what price we're up to so far in the video? Drop a comment, I'd love to hear your guesses. Next we have this cool little LED display, which you may have seen in a few of my videos. Then we have this switch bank that allows me to turn on and off USB devices by just pressing a button. Here we have a temperature display that I just use to see my room temperature. It used to be around the back of my Mac because it used to get very hot, but now I just use it for ambient room temperature. Then of course another USB hub. Then we have this little light that makes wave effects on the ceiling. To be honest, I rarely use it. Then we have the 12 pairs of cyberboi glasses that kept breaking and electrocuting me, which is the main reason I've changed my mask over the past few videos. And here we have this PS4 controller mod. I haven't used it yet, but it supposedly allows you to map additional buttons to the back of the controller. Then we have this Vaju, whatever it's called light. This is magnetic, small and really versatile. Then I've got this bladeless fan. This is way better than bladed fans as it takes up much less space and it's USB powered, but also bladed fans burst air at you rather than consistently pushing air towards you. So it's easier to edit audio with this fan on as opposed to a bladed fan. Then we have this 10TB hard disk drive for backing up files once a month. Honestly, don't use disk drives for anything other than occasional backups, they're a nightmare. Then we have the Insta360 Go 3. I love this thing. It has some massive drawbacks, but I did a full video reviewing it, which you can see up in the top right hand corner. Then around the back of the desk I have these Gove light strips that are amazing, bright and have never broken despite me tripping on cables and of course moving houses. Then we have this battery charger, great for AA batteries, but AAA ones just don't sit in it properly. Then we have vitamin tablets because I spend a lot of my time sitting and editing and filming in the dark, but believe it or not, I do occasionally touch grass. And then of course we have the cyberboi mask and hat. Then we have this endoscope camera. So I was originally planning to have this behind my glasses so you can see what I see during live streams, but yeah, it doesn't work with a Mac. Then we have the desk. So I'm getting rid of it soon as I need a rising desk, but this is honestly a really solid desk and I can't fault it. Then we have this storage unit. It's small enough to not take up too much space, but it's deep enough to hold all of my stuff. Next we have the small desk, which actually used to be where my current desk is. You may have noticed in a recent video, I actually moved my setup around a little bit. And on top of this, we have the Meta Quest 3. Then we have this tripod, which is fairly decent, but I also have a Manfrotto tripod, which is my main tripod. I currently have a friend borrowing that one, but this tripod from Amazon is good enough. Then we have this halo light, which you can see in the back of my videos. This gives a little bit of a ring light around the top of my head. And of course we have the big tube light, which is just an awesome light in general. Then we have this RGB ring light, which honestly just looks really cool. Next we have this overhead rig from whenever I want to top light a shot. Whenever I'm doing a product review or anything like that on my main desk, I'll use this setup. Then on my back shelf, I have a Kodak 620 Brownie camera, which was my great grandparents' camera. I love it, I just need to learn how to use it though. And then next to it we have this Lego camera, which is honestly so fun to build. And yeah, there's this hat, we'll move on from this. Then we have the Gobe variable ND filter. This is when I'm filming in very sunny conditions, but I want to shoot wider apertures without having to increase shutter speed. It's all really nerdy stuff and you guys probably don't want to hear about that, so we'll move on. Then we have this lightning bolt light, and we also have this VICE.CLO light. This is the first thing I bought with my first YouTube paycheck about 6 months ago. I love it and I'd never get rid of it. Then we've got this fake money here, and then just to the right of that we've got some different fake money, which was a gift from the drummer of Oceans 8 Alaska. For a video shoot he did, he gave me some of these steezy dollars as a little gift. Next we have these Rode wireless mics and the DJI Raven Eye. This is a wireless video transmitter that I bought with my DJI Ronin RS3 gimbal, which to be honest has been a lifesaver for getting really smooth shots. Then we have the 4K camera monitor display, a GoPro Hero 7 and a wide lens for my Canon 4000D. Then a load of different mounts that I can grab off the shelf if I really need them. Then on the other end of the room we have this Panasonic TV. Next we have this signed Bring Me The Horizon skate deck, which has Ollie Sykes' signature on it as well as the rest of the band. This was a gift a while back, but I won't go into detail because privacy, etc. Then we have a ton of candles. Then we have my Fender Telecaster, not really part of the setup, but I love it nonetheless. And that about wraps it up. So, the bit you've all been waiting for, the price. So all the main bits in this video, not including the other camera gear in the garage etc, comes to $19,905. I'm honestly considering selling feet pictures at this point. Luckily, you guys can get some discounts from some of the links below, and of course some of the links below also allow me to get a small commission if you guys want to support the channel. So thank you all so much for watching today's video. If you did like it, please remember to like and subscribe, and if you've got any questions about any of the gear I use, drop it in the comments down below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.